Awesome. So we've got faith down. You guys know the importance of it, which is amazing. We're actually about to get into some amazing stories that are going to show you the importance. Because I'll tell you what, I can give you facts and figures, I can give you statements, I can give you whatever you want. But, you know, those stories are what actually get this stuff to stick in your head. So in 6 months, 1 year, 4 years, 10 years down the line, you're going to remember this stuff. Because I'll tell you what, I'm reading this book, it's probably like third, fourth, fifth time I've read it. And there are still some stories in here that are actually stuck with me so much throughout and have kept these concepts and principles in my head. So we're going to get to those in just a moment, but I want to lay out just a couple more. We're going to break down the self-confidence formula. This is one of the most important parts in developing your faith to an insanely high level that no one else can even perceive. And it's all based on you having complete and utter confidence in yourself. Super powerful content here, and we're gonna get right into the memorization application. Now, memorization, storyization, fictionization, putting it from words to your brain. So let's get over to the computer. Super excited about this. So faith is a state of mind which may be induced by autosuggestion. We're right about to get into autosuggestion, but we want to cover the self-confidence formula first. So here's the deal. I'm going to read some statements to you. These are huge self-confidence statements. And self-confidence statements are statements that are going to get you in a state of mind to absolutely crush your daily day. It's just so powerful. So these statements are in the book. They're on page 49. This is the back. This is the front. They're on page 49. And please read along aloud, because these statements are beliefs in yourself. These are declarations to yourself that you will be successful, you will achieve, you will succeed. Very important, okay? Faith is the eternal elixir which gives life, power, and action to the impulse of thought. Remember that, right? Faith, because it says, you really want to read this sentence more than once. It's super powerful. It gives life. It gives power. It gives action to, remember what we talked about, the insane importance of thought? Faith is what gives that thought all these amazing things. These things all are applied to thought based on faith. Super important. Faith is the starting point of all accumulations of riches. Faith is the basis of all miracles and mysteries that cannot be analyzed by the rules of science. Faith is the only known antidote to failure. If you have total faith, ridiculous conviction, and utter belief in yourself, there is no way to fail unless you quit. Quitting is the only way to fail, because if you keep doing it, you will succeed, based entirely on faith. You have to embed that statement, that belief that you will succeed. Because if there is no other option, and for you, right, there is no other option. Success is your duty. Huge mindset shift. It's all about that manifestation, that growth, that development. Faith is the element, the chemical, which, when mixed with prayer, gives one direct communication with infinite intelligence. Super cool faith-based stuff here. I do meditation twice a day after and before I read my goals. But like whatever faith you are, I know this is like kind of religious, and faith in itself is kind of religious. But as you can probably tell from how I've been tackling this so far, this really isn't a very religious application of faith. This is more faith in yourself. But here's one statement where he does talk about prayer, which is super cool. You want to have that reflection. You want to have that ability, right? This prayer part is super important. With meditation, that's what I do with meditation. It's what most people do when they pray, is they clear their mind and actually create a connection. This is super powerful, right? I'm gonna put this in green because it's important. A connection, even if temporary, even if just for like 5-10 minutes of meditation, with the subconscious. And this is why I talk more about the power of this stuff over in the general membership area. because it is super important to have that connection through meditation, through reflection, through the subconscious. And this is the basis, right? This is the fundamental basis of why that's so important, is because of faith, because of the life, power, and action that comes into your thoughts. Once you have that connection with the subconscious, where you can more easily implant positive thoughts into your subconscious mind much faster than normal by taking advantage of meditation. So in prayer, whatever you do. So that's, we talk about more about that in the general membership area. Faith is the element that transforms the ordinary vibration of thought created by the finite mind of man into the spiritual equivalent, right? Thought to equivalent. So powerful. Eternal elixir. Faith is the only agency through which the cosmic force of infinite intelligence can be harnessed and used. Again, infinite intelligence. We're going to dive hard on this. This is a huge overarching image. It's going to come up a lot. You have access to that infinite intelligence through the subconscious. Super powerful. And it all comes from that faith in yourself and future. Very powerful. Every single statement is capable of proof. Because thoughts, which are mixed with any of your emotions, constitute a magnetic force which attracts from the vibrations of the ether other similar or related thoughts. This is huge manifestation power right here. The idea and the belief that the thoughts you have are magnets for change and will attract other likewise thoughts, right? So if you're thinking positively, you're going to attract other positive forms of belief, of thoughts, of action in your life. That's why it's so important to have these positive thoughts and to manifest and attract these positive reactions in the physical world rather than negativity. This is a super huge concept. You got to remember that your emotions will constitute a magnetic force. We're going to talk more about this over in the general membership area, just with meditation and self-reflection. Super important. And we'll also get into this concept more in a couple of stories we're about to get into. Super very exciting part. Just remember though that to believe whatever one repeats to oneself, whether the statement be true or false, you have to lie over and over. Eventually, that lie will be accepted as truth. That's how you turn where you are right now at this lower area and you have this higher goal. You have to get there through a subconscious conviction and total belief and faith that it is extremely possible. It will happen. It's not even a question. You are here. You are here. It's only at a moment in the future when that happens, and that's all you're waiting for. That's all you're taking action to get towards. Super powerful concept. Because a thought is this magnetized with emotion, can be compared to a seed that when planted in fertile soil will germinate, grow, and multiply itself over and over again, so that one small seed becomes countless millions of seeds in the same brand. Super powerful. This is talking so much about manifesting exactly what you desire through the ether, through the vibrations, to overcome fear, poverty, disease, failure, misery, by taking advantage of prosperity and health, and facilitating the ideas of success and happiness inside yourself to manifest tremendous amounts of just amazing success in your life. It's very powerful underlying concept here. This is the total background behind all the stuff in manifestation magic. And we talk about it in the general membership there. There's also this exclusive training. I'm going to link it below. This stuff is insanely powerful. This is actually the training where they're going to go through and give you that ideal belief. I really want to put this, I know it's in the general area. I'm also going to give the review, the link, everything you can need below here, because this is a very powerful mindset and ideology. And this is one very specific resource that I use all the time to manifest these powerful, positive, and magnetic thoughts in my own mind to manifest anything I desire. And it all comes down to thinking words, to this fundamental basis of the subconscious mind, and then using that fundamental basis to, identify those goals and then facilitate them through manifestation, through conviction and belief, and through this is really powerful audio training. It's manifestation magic, and it's just amazing. I'm going to link it below, and I think I talk about it over in the Joomla area. It's awesome stuff. This is the audio program, and they have this awesome presentation. It'll explain the entire thing. It'll explain all the power behind it in their brief presentation. It's very powerful. I'm going to link it below. Review everything you could possibly need. This stuff is golden. This stuff interweaves directly with the subconscious so that you can take total control over all aspects of your life based entirely on this principle of self-manifestation, auto-fulfillment. Insanely powerful topics. I highly recommend you guys check out that training. And even if you don't get anything else from it, that 30-minute, that's a very powerful psychological shift in the way that you think about achieving your goals, based entirely on your thoughts and based on the manifestation of that subconscious idea into reality. There's a very great example. With this training, he talks about an Uber driver, and I don't want to spoil it because it's very powerful, but what happened is he had this person, he was in his life, and they were driving for Uber. They were a spiritualist, right? They did not need to be driving for Uber, but they called out into the world with these vibrations and asked to get in contact with anyone that needed their help more than anyone else. And that's when this driver came over to the person who created this manifestation magic training and actually picked him up and told him about the insane power of these amazing underlying psychological mind shifts he could have in his life. And then she dropped him off. And then what was crazy is the next time he ordered an Uber, this same lady, this same psychiatrist, she came and she was in that car again. And it was this same calling. She had asked the universe for the person who most needed her help. And because of that, this world shifted around her, and she was able to attract this insanely powerful being, and use that as a means to actually go out there and create the connection that allowed the creation of this course, the creation of this content, the creation of so much powerful audio training afterwards. It all came from this connection. I recommend you guys watch that training video below, because there are so many powerful mindset shifts that you're going to get from that. It's going to change the way that you think about creating this prosperity, this formula, this growth, this subconscious manifestation. And it's going to help you a ton with the self-confidence formula that we're going to get into in just a minute. Very powerful content. I recommend you definitely pause this, mark where you are, and watch that training. It's really good. And the product it's just awesome. I use it all the time. It's amazing. I use it when I'm meditating. I use it when I'm working. It's just so great. And even if you pray or if you're religious, whatever it is, that training is super powerful. I can't recommend it enough. So with that said, let's move forth. We're going to get back into motivating master of your individual and creating your own force to dominate your mind. That's a super big, powerful concept. You want to dominate your mind. Because if you have control, remember we talked about this earlier, if you have control, you can create the results that you want. Any thought, idea, plan, or purpose which your mind attracts will, from the vibrations of the ether, host its relatives. It will create its own force that's going to attract so much more wealth, abundance, success, whatever you desire, right? As long as you have that positive mindset, that positive goal, which we developed in the last module. Super important. And the way you get that is to throw off any influences of a poor or unfortunate desire and build life to order. You want to have complete and total control. Take control of your mind. And we talked about this before, and this is also why I stressed the importance of taking control of your body earlier in this module, in this series, and also in the general membership area where I talk about, you know, my journey and as I've talked about here, like losing those 50 pounds. You have to have control of your mind any means possible. Anything that you need to commit fully to having total control of your mind. For me and for so many people I know, it means control over their body, which means a healthy body. And I really super important that you understand the insane power that you have when you have control over your mind. You have total confidence in your body. You have total belief and conviction that everything you do is worth it, it's actionable, it's gonna change lives of so many people. Because once you have that belief, once you have thrown away all negative influences, you're going to create this insanely powerful internal manifestation of your dreams, your beliefs, and everything you want. It all comes down to the aid and the principle of auto-suggestion, which we are so close to getting to. Very powerful. Take inventory. Understand your mental assets. Understand your mental liabilities, right? We talked about this in the beginning of our very basic financial education training in the general membership area. Liabilities, right? We talked about assets, we talked about liabilities. Now I want you to expand that thinking into mental assets and mental liabilities, right? What does it mean, right? Think about all the things that are improving your subconscious and all the things that are taking away from your subconscious, and cut the stuff that's bad for you. Just get rid of it. Application of this principle can be made through a simple arrangement of positive thought impulses, started in writing, memorized, and repeated until it becomes part of a working equivalent of the subconscious faculty of your mind. Please listen to this again because it is so powerful. The application of this principle may be made through a simple arrangement of positive thought impulses, stated in writing, memorized, and repeated until they become a part of the working equipment of the subconscious faculty of your mind. This is page 51 to 52 of Think and Grow Rich. This concept will change your life. This is the foundational principle behind the secret formula, and the reason it's so important to read your long-term goals twice a day, consistently, with no false conviction. Like I talked about earlier, it used to be a struggle. I used to have to read my goals off paper. But after a couple months, they began to be ingrained in my subconscious, ingrained in my head. Now, and for so long, for years and years, after a couple months, right, it's just off the top of my head. I can memorize, I can recite it at a moment's notice. And it's a very long statement, right? It's like probably a paragraph, 2 paragraphs. It's not a short, long-term goal. And because of that, it's part of me now, right? Like, that goal is, and I've talked about this before, right? The goal fundamentally shifted my personality. And that's so powerful because now it's part of my subconscious. And because of that, it manifests itself in all the actions I take, all the things I say, everything I, surround myself with is because of this long-term goal. Super powerful concept. It'll change the way that you look at your self-confidence, at your performance, at your development, at your growth. It's insanely powerful. And that's why it's so important to follow the secret formula to a T. And that's going to create so much success for you. So much. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed that slightly brief 20-minute introduction to the self-confidence formula. With that said, you guys have made it to the good stuff. We are here. We have our 5-step subconscious self-confidence statements. So, without further ado, let's go ahead. And we are going to write these in orange. Or gold. I don't know. Number 1. I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I here and now promise to take such action. This is in accordance, basically all of these are in accordance with the secret formula. Here you have belief in yourself, belief in your definite purpose, and then from that, comes action. Super important, fundamental, and these are all on page 52 for reference. Super, super important. Number 2, I realize the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. Guys, I'm telling you, this is like sharpening your axe before you go into the woods every day. This is why I meditate twice a day. This is why I read my goals twice a day. This is such an important, ingrained part of my life. It all comes down to concentrated daily future personal planning to achieve the correct dominating thoughts that are going to facilitate the intended purpose that you want to achieve through all the actions you take in your life to get towards your long-term goal as you think of the person that you want to become. And once you understand exactly who you want to become, you can align yourself in your actions and treat yourself as though you are that person, and treat your time, treat your resources, treat your relationships as if you were the person you want to become, and you will become that person. This is a very, very powerful, powerful way to transform yourself into physical reality of the goals and the internal beliefs and mindsets you have for yourself. So take a minute and think, pause this and say, hey, look, who do I want to be? Who do I want to be with? How do I want to spend my time? What do I want to do? How do I want to impact people? In accordance with my long-term goal as created in the secret formula, how do I want my life to look like? What do I want to be? Understand that, and you'll have so much more clarity in everything that you do. There are so many people around me that just have no clue what they want to study in college. Please, please, please take advantage of this, because it will give you so much clarity in everything you do, taking this small investment of time each day to find yourself and fulfill your desires. All right, number 3. I know through the principle of autosuggestion that any desire I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of attaining the object. Therefore, I will devote 10 minutes daily to demanding of myself the development of self-confidence. Guys, this is so big. Daily commitments to developing your mental desires, right? These are the thoughts that are going to turn into a reality in your life. These are this is basically like the underlying concept behind the daily journal I talk about in the general members area, right? Where you're facilitating growth every single day by developing your mental desires and planning out your day the night before. And once you do that, you start to achieve this insane level of growth in all of your success and everything that you do. And it all stems from this interior belief that you're going to commit to your desires and you're going to achieve the desires and spend time planning, right? I spend 15 minutes. I do my journal for the day, and after I do my journal, and then I'll plan for the next day, right? So I reflect, I acknowledge my accomplishments and celebrate them, and then I plan for the next day, have that mental visualization, and it turns into its physical equivalent in the next day. Super, super powerful, powerful, powerful concept here with that daily commitment and devoting daily time to demand the development of your self-confidence, right? When you're planning out your stuff, when you're reflecting upon what you've done, you're creating that image of yourself on paper that shows yourself as a success, that creates that future vision of yourself to generate so much more from all aspects of your life and the things that you believe and do. It's very, very important to take this one to heart and apply it through that daily journal. Really, really cool stuff. So I have clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim in life. I will never stop trying until I have developed sufficient self-confidence for its attainment, right? You want to become the person to achieve your long-term goal. This is super, super important in aligning yourself with your overarching long-term goal that we've established in the secret formula, is to really, really clearly understand what you've written down in that secret formula and never quit, never stop. Go 100,000% in achieving that, and you're just gonna have surreal success. I'm telling you guys, people that started Twitter, the people that started Virgin, I mean, every single major success in any corporate environment, any startup, any industry, any personal achievement, it all comes from having that one goal and then focusing on absolutely nothing else except that one goal until it's achieved. And all of a sudden, you have an insane level of growth. It's all in a really, really, really awesome book that further elaborates on that is The One Thing. The One Thing, I'll have my book review below. This book is crazy. It relates so much to this. It's so powerful, because once you have that one thing, you have this clarity, you have this drive, you have this success in your life that would just never come from before. And it's based on the secret formula. It's also based on The One Thing. I would recommend you guys check out that book review video below. It's a very powerful text that I've used to really streamline my goal setting, and also breaking down like my 5-year, my 2-year, my 1-year, my 6-month goals. Those are all very powerful concepts, and they all come from The One Thing, so that you can eventually achieve that overarching long-term goal. For me, it's a decade goal, and that's for a lot of people, it's about a decade goal. Might be a little more. I guess when I set it, I was like, it was probably like a 13, 14-year goal when I set it, because that was a while ago. So to each their own. You've set your deadline in the secret formula, and hopefully that works out amazing for you. So, number 5, last one. I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon trust and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction that does not benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all humanity, because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I believe in them and in myself. I will sign my name to this formula, commit it to memory, and repeat it aloud once a day with full faith that it will gradually influence my thoughts and actions so that I will become a self-reliant and successful person. Wow! Please, super important here. Work well with others. All right? Other people, they are going to be the key to achieving that long-term goal. And once you have a high social, emotional intelligence, right? Once that EQ is high, all of a sudden your team productivity, or your growth, right? Just your personal growth, productivity, and then that personal growth is going to skyrocket as well. Just goes up. These two are directly related. And that is super important for getting these connected so that you have that overarching growth in both of them. Very important concept here, to completely believe in others, completely believe in those around you, and have so much growth that everyone wants to be part of it with you. Everyone succeeds with you. Everyone grows with you, so that any success is everyone's success, and everyone grows together. It's so powerful, and that's why I spent so much time working on really getting in front of more people and growing my social skills before I moved on to working more on professional success, because there's no way to do that without the ability to communicate well with other people. If you separate yourself from so many people by increasing your emotional quotient, by creating this internal ability to communicate ridiculously well with other people, and that's such a powerful place to be in, because all of a sudden you can change the way you interact with people. You can change the way that people think about you, because instead of just being you, doing whatever you want, right now you have this team behind you, you have these people supporting you because they understand you, they understand your long-term goals, they understand exactly where you want to accomplish, where you want to be, and because of that, you can work together towards a collectively better future and use that as ridiculously powerful fuel to actually achieve that physical desire. It's an insanely powerful growth hack. All by involving other people with your goal and your idea, you will achieve so much more that you can achieve on your own. It's ridiculous. It's an insanely powerful principle here, is to connect with other people and have so ridiculously much confidence in yourself that you have no doubt that a team of others working along this will achieve it at such a rapid pace that you would never have been able to achieve on your own. Insane. Powerful stuff here, guys. Please, there are some amazing resources below. Emotional Intelligence is a book I'm reading as we speak. I'm on like the last 5 pages of it. It's insane. I wish I found this book 5 years ago. I'm gonna have a book review. It'll be below, link below. Get that book. One thing, insanely powerful. Check out Manifestation Magic. I highly recommend you grab yourself that one and check out their presentations. That presentation alone is insane. It's so great. Everything below here is gold. This video is gold. Please take a minute, reflect on it, and then understand exactly how you're going to engage in it. Again, go through self-confidence formulas, self-confidence statements, use them as fuel, use them as growth. There are some amazing tools here that will radically change the way that you interact with other people, that will just fundamentally shift everything that you do in the workplace, professionally, with yourself, with your friends, with your spouse, with your family. Every single aspect of your social life will radically change if you can internalize and apply these underlying subconscious tools. Awesome stuff, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got a ton of value out of this. I'll see you in the next module. Check out the resources below. All of them, they're amazing. They'll change your life. This is some very powerful stuff, and I can't wait to get into some amazingly fun stories about the very fun confidence and auto-fulfillment of your dreams and desires. With that said, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much.